So, I'm here with Angela, and in a previous interview, we were talking about kids and technology and device, and how these days often people look at their device when they are with another person. How do you feel about that? If you are eating with somebody, you are at the dinner, it's okay to check your phone.
We have a rule in our house no phones at the table. Absolutely no phones.
Very nice.
Because you see people, they meet in restaurant, they sit around a table. The food comes, but everybody's looking into their phone and engaging with whatever they're doing on their phone and not talking to the people who have met them. And I see people walking on the subway, the streets head in their phone.
It is crazy.
It's really sad.
And if you think about it, we used to have manners, things you couldn't do. For example, no elbows on the table, no heads inside the house. I mean, it sounds silly, but I remember those rules as a kid. The one that was really hard was the no elbow and the table. Yeah, so it's interesting that we don't have new rules like we should prevent them. You cannot have your phone on during the plane when it takes off. So your rule is a good idea.
Yeah, no phones at the table.
So you are an English teacher. What do you think about phones in the classroom?
If they're on a break, I always call it their text break because when I'm teaching English out here, I find that people have got their phone their hand and maybe they're Googling a word or something. So it's not too much of a distraction. But when you stop them off a break, as soon as you say, let's have a break now, they're all after their phone and they're sitting individually looking at their phones.
And it's silent. I know what you mean. I'll teach. And it used to be, you would say, okay, take a break. And it will be really loud. They will start talking with each other. And these days, it's just silence. They just go and they do that motion of just flicking with their fingers as they are scrolling down. And I know I just sound like some old guy. Hey, get off my lawn. And I have the same problem. I want to check my phone all the time, but I have to admit is strange, I think.
And now you needn't even check your phone. You just look at your Apple Watch or your watch on your wrist. It's going to tell you if your phone needs your attention.
But it used to be where I would say things like, you know, as a teacher, you are teaching. You can see if the student looking down at their phone, and I would say, hey, don't check your phone. But no, these day kids actually call me on it. That are like, oh, I'm looking up a word, or oh, I'm checking something. And they literally checking something. And the kids are good at using their phone as a learning tool.
Yes, I think that's fine.
So it is. It's a gray area this day. So yeah, so when you are with somebody, you never pop out your phone.
I would admit that I will be guilty of checking my phone in my bag, but I would never get it out and go on Facebook or Instagram and start Instagramming. I would just look at it and put it away.
Yeah, there's other thing I've done. I mean, could be because I'm getting older. But for example, I try not to listen to my iPod so much anymore, or my phone, radio, music, whatever. I actually just try to listen. I noticed that when I am when I am always listening to everything, I kind of tune the word out, and I might miss things.
You will miss things. You see people. I've been quite tempted some days to put my earphone in and walk to the BTS. But actually, I think no. You'd miss the traffic noise. You miss the tuk tuks. You miss a dimension of the world that's happening around you. And then you get on the BTS and everybody in the carry is head down, same position on their phones.
Yeah, and actually I don't do it just for that reason because I notice that I'm missing out. It's so tempting, but I might see something.